Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. In our last classes, we discussed about the static charges. When the charges were at rest. In today's class, we will discuss about the charges in motion. What happens when charges move? So we will discuss about the current and the current density. Actually, electric charges in motion constitute a current. When electric charges move, they constitute a current, and we know that the unit of current is the ampere. Now how can we define the ampere? So when 1 coulomb of charges pass through a given reference point or a given reference plane in 1 second, then we would say that the current is of 1 ampere. So the unit of current is the ampere, defined as a rate of movement of charge passing a given reference point or crossing a given reference plane of 1 coulomb per second. Current is symbolized by I, and therefore the rate of change of charges actually constitute a current. So current is thus defined as the motion of positive charges. That is actually the conventional current. So we have the conventional current and we have the electronic current. Remember that the direction of electronic current will be opposite to the direction of the electric field, because the conventional current is that current whose direction is in the direction of the electric field. So we have the conventional current and we have the electronic current. So current is this defined as the motion of positive charges, even though conduction in metals takes place through the motion of electrons, as we shall see shortly. Now if we talk about the field theory or electromagnetic theory, we are usually interested in events occurring at a point rather than within some large region. So here we will introduce the concept of current density, that is measured in amperes per square meter. Current density is a vector quantity and that is represented by J. Now what does it mean? Let's suppose we have some charges and those charges are passing through a given reference point or a given reference plane. So let's suppose we have some plane having an area del S, and let's suppose we have some charges and these charges are passing through this plane. So the motion of these charges that are passing through this reference plane or a reference point will actually constitute a current. Now actually what will happen if we tilt this area or if we change the orientation of this area? Let's suppose now the orientation of area is like this. So the normal to the area is this. This is actually the direction of this differential area. Now if we look at the motion of charges, we have the current but with a reduced quantity, and that reduced quantity will be represented by cos of theta, if theta is the angle between the direction of the motion of charges and the direction of normal to the area. This is actually the direction of normal to the area and this is actually the direction of motion of charges. So if theta is the angle between the motion of charges and the direction of normal to the area, so the current will get reduced by cos of theta. So this quantity is actually represented by the current density. That is why we say that in electromagnetic theory we are usually more interested at a point rather than some large region. So we introduce the concept of current density, because here the current density will be different and here the current density is different. So this reduced quantity can be described by its current density. This reduced quantity or this reduced current can be described by the current density. Like, let's suppose we have some charges. Let's suppose we have some distribution of charges and these charges actually move. So after time delta t, I am saying that this distribution of charge has covered a distance of del x, because this distribution of charges is actually moving along the x coordinate. So if we take its volume charge density, so volume charge density will be equal to del q, distribution of charges, by del v. So del q will be equal to rho v into del v, whereas del v is actually the differential volume. Now we can write this equation. Rho v del v can be written as del s into del L, differential area into the differential length. Now in time delta t, these charges have covered a distance of del x. So del q will be equal to rho v del s into del x. Now when these charges move, it will constitute a current, and the rate of movement of charges actually constitute of current. So del q by del t will be equal to rho v del s del x by del t. So del q by del t is actually equal to I. So I will be equal to rho v del s into Vx, whereas Vx actually represents the velocity of the charges or the velocity of the volume charge density. So let's come back towards the presentation. In field theory, we are usually interested in events occurring at a point rather than within some large region, and we shall find the concept of current density measured in amperes per square meter. Current density is a vector quantity and that is represented by J. Like, let's suppose the increment of current del I crossing an incremental surface del S normal to the current density is given by del I is equal to Jn del S. Like, simply we can say that current density J will be equal to current per unit area, or the differential current per unit differential area. So from this equation actually we can write del I is equal to J dot del A. The differential current del I will be equal to J dot del A, because if the plane is normal to the motion of charges, so J dot del A will be equal to, or del S will be equal to J del S. However, if we have some angle between the motion of charges and the direction of the area, then we will have some angle theta, and this product will result in J del S cos of theta. That is why I told you that the current gets reduced by the angle cos of theta. Okay. So here it is shown that the increment of current del I crossing an incremental surface del S normal to the current density is del I is equal to Jn del S, and in the case where the current density is not perpendicular to the surface, it means that if there is an angle theta between the normal of the area and the motion of charges, so del I will be equal to J dot del S, and the total current is obtained by integrating this equation. So I will be equal to J dot ds, the surface integral of the current density. Now what is the relation between the velocity and the current density? What is the relation between the current density and the velocity of current? Or we can say that what is the relation between the current density and the velocity of volume charge density? Because when a distribution of charges actually move, it actually constitute a current. So current density may be related to the velocity of volume charge density at a point. Like we already have discussed this thing. Consider the element of charge del Q, and del Q is equal to rho v del v. Like I told you, the volume charge density will be equal to the differential charge by the differential volume. So we can write del v as del S del L. Like if we look at this figure, we have a volume charge density, or we have a distribution of charges over the volume. So del Q will be equal to rho v del v, and this distribution of charge is actually moving along the x coordinate. So in time del t, this distribution of charge has covered a distance of del x. So del x by del t actually represents the velocity of the volume charge density, or the velocity of the motion of charges, and del q by del t actually constitutes the current. So let us assume that the charge element is oriented with its edges parallel to the coordinate axis, and that it possesses only an x component of the velocity. In the time interval del t, the element of charge has moved a distance del x. We have therefore moved a charge del q is equal to rho v del s, and we have covered a distance of del x. So del L is replaced by del x through a reference plane perpendicular to the direction of motion in a time increment del t. It means that in a time increment, or in a time interval del t, the distribution of charges have covered a distance of del x, and the resultant current is del q by del t. Del I is equal to del q by del t, and it is equal to rho v del s del x by del t. And del x by del t actually represents the x component of the velocity, because the charges are moving along the x coordinate. So we only have the x component of the velocity, and as we take the limit with respect to time, so we have del I is equal to rho v del s vx. Now how can we find the current density? As we know that the current density is actually the differential current by the differential area. So del I by del S will be equal to rho v dx. So actually J will be equal to rho v into Vx, where Vx represents the x component of the velocity. In terms of the current density, we find Jx is equal to rho v into Vx, the current density along the x direction, because the current density is actually a vector quantity. And in general, the current density can be written as the volume charge density into the velocity of the volume charge density, or the velocity of the motion of charges. This last result shows very clearly that charge and motion constitutes a current. When electric charges move, it actually constitute a current. We call this type of current a conventional current, and J are rho v into V is the convention current density. Note that the convention current density is related linearly to the charge density as well as to the velocity. It means that by increasing the velocity of the charges, or by increasing the motion of the charges, or by increasing the distribution of charges or the volume charge density, the current density would increase. So therefore, the convention current density is related linearly to the charge density as well as to the velocity. Like the mass rate of flow of cars in the Holland Tunnel could be increased either by raising the density of cars per cubic foot. के मतलब हम कार्स की डेंसिटी ज्यादा कर लें या उनकी स्पीड हाई कर लें, आर बाय गोइंग टू हायर स्पीड्स if the drivers were capable of doing so. So this was all about the current and the current density. In our next class, inshallah, we will discuss the conservation of charges or the conservation of or the continuity of current. Thank you.